Before long, a standard news report visual language established itself, one that's immediately recognisable to anyone. Me has this report.
Arab playboys pay big bucks to fly their cars sky high. And the rest of this page, new laws have been introduced. Hi, I'm Mira, I'm Shabir, and this is Supercharged.
It starts here, with a lacklustre establishing shot of a significant location.
We went to Kensington, which has always been known as a playground for playboys. However, more recently, increasing numbers of supercars have turned this area into a millionaire's motor show.
Next, a walkie-talkie preamble from the auteur, pacing steadily towards the lens, punctuating every other sentence with a hand gesture and ignoring all the pricks milling around him like he's gliding through the fucking Matrix, before coming to a halt and posing a question. What comes next?
We caught up with some of the drivers and asked them what they love about their cars.
This is a Lamborghini Aventador. It's one of the newest models out there. But majority of people want to see these road cars out on the road, especially for touring. They come to London to see these cars. Like, I've actually stopped, like, to see this sort of people stop and actually take pictures. This is what brings and makes London what it is. Yes, there are some small side effects, but people need to overlook that. A little bit of noise here and there is fine. But people want to see a bigger picture. These cars bring money to London.
Often something like this, a filler shot designed to give your eyes something to look at while my voice babbles on about facts. Sometimes
some keep their cars here waiting for their annual trip, but others ship or fly their cars out, costing around £20,000 back to the United Kingdom.
Sometimes it'll slow down to a halt, turn monochrome, and some of those facts will appear one by one on the screen.
Drifting around corners as they make their way through one of London's most exclusive areas. These are the rich Arabs who visit London every year, showing off their flashy wheels.
But residents of Knightsbridge, who have an average house price of 3.6 million, say the drivers from the Middle East are a manifestation of too much. The Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea have introduced a new PSPO, which hopes to restore the peace to the environment. It has come into place to deal with an excessive level of noise and its dangers caused by motorists. The laws will be enforced between the hours of night, and if broken could land the offender with a fixed penalty of £100.
This is followed by the obligatory shots of overweight people with their faces subtly framed out, after which the report is padded out with a selection of lazy and pointless vox pops.
Usually get some inane chatter from people.
I think they do have too much. I think what we want to hear is actually what's happening and not what other people think of it.
I hate these sound bites. I don't want some punter's opinion usually. No.
We spoke to Councillor Tim Ahern, Cabinet Member for Environment in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea.
The government brought in new environmental legislation about 18 months ago, which became effective in May of last year. And within that new legislation was the opportunity of trying to prevent antisocial behaviour by creating PSPOs, which are public space protection orders. We find that all our residents who are in the streets where these beautiful cars, let's face it, they are beautiful cars, are driven, are affected. There is something about supercars where it's either that they don't have a very good silencer or they add something which makes extra noise. But a lot of our residents work. Many of them are in bed by 10 or 11. And if you find there is a supercar driving up and down your street every 15 seconds, you don't get much sleep. I think that while London remains the city that nearly everybody wants to live in and to be seen in, it will attract more and more of these cars.
Another bit of dull visual abstraction to plug another gap now before the report segues gracefully into a bit of human interest courtesy of some dowdy man opening letters in a kitchen and explaining how he's been affected by the issue.
When I'm watching the news, I don't really, there's a person talking to me, telling me what's going on, and I don't really listen to what they're saying. It's just news. It's just news.
He, unfortunately, was boring, so to wake you up, this is an animated chart, this is a silhouette representing the average family, and this is a lighthouse keeper being beheaded by a laser beam. As we near the end of the report, illustrative shots of pedestrians and signs and a pipe at a window.
Motorists are now prohibited from revving their engines, rapidly accelerating, leaving the engine of the stationary car running, racing and causing obstruction. However, will all these new laws create a more harmonious environment to live in, or will it result in a less diverse area? Is there a way to stop the residents from having sleepless nights? We had an interview with a BMW representative who talks about their new car, the BMW i8.
The BMW i8, first introduced as the BMW Concept Vision Efficient Dynamics, is the world's first and only petrol-electric hybrid supercar. The engine is a tiny 1.5-litre turbo 3-cylinder, mounted transversely ahead of the rear wheels. Tiny but mighty.
And then the final summary, ending on a whimsical shot of something nearby, accompanied by a wry sign-off.
If you're lucky, a bit of wordplay fit for a king, or in other words, a regent's treat. Charlie Brooker, Newswipe, London.
If you're a crazy car lover, you can still find options on supercars that are good to the environment and that cause less distress to residents. So you're happy and everyone's happy. Thanks for watching. I'm Amira, I'm Shireen, and this is Supercharged.